Okay, there we go. All right, so welcome to the Girl Scouts of Southeastern Michigan 2023 Cookie Cafe, selecting a cookie booth. Here's some booth sale quick facts. One of the main words that you'll see us use is direct sales. That's where you're selling cookies to customers right on the spot without requiring them to pre-order or wait. That includes at booths as well. Girls can sell cookies to individual customers using their goal getter cards, or can reserve and set up cookie booths at GSSEM authorized locations and sell cookies to the general public. This starts on February 17th through April 10th. Going on to cookie booth selection process. So how it works, it's 4 days long. It starts, it should be 3 days. I'm pretty sure it's 3 days, sorry. I think it starts on January 18th. I see it's a little off. It would be one mall booth selection. Then January 19th would have been the store booth selections, and January 20th at 7 p.m. all of the booths selections open up. Troops should not reach out to any Kroger's, Walmart's, or Joann's, or any place that is a non-soliciting partner like Meijer, Home Depot, or Target. Also, be sure to look in eBuddy booths to see if it's already a listed booth of ours, and you don't want to add that to or contact those individuals either. Okay, moving on to selecting booths in eBuddy. And we'll go through that as well on eBuddy. Selecting cookie booths on eBuddy, what you'll do is you'll go to the booth sites tab on eBuddy. It's in a blue bar, and click free spots like you see down here by the name. You'll select a booth that works for your schedule because you'll have timed locations. And then if someone's already currently signed up for that one, you can select to reserve a spot or be on a waiting list, and you will save it. So someone asked, are all the potential booths already listed? No, as of tomorrow at 7 p.m. from that point on, all the way out throughout cookie season, we will be uploading every night at 7 p.m. new cookie booths. And you may not see them just pop up in there, but if you're looking for a specific one, you might actually see it show up. All right, selecting a cookie booth in eBuddy. So if the date and times are in blue, that means that there is no available spots left, like you see here, and it's all blocked out and it shows that it's claimed. If they are in green right here, it shows that they are available. Sorry, that's not like it would be green here and it would be with a white box around it. If there is availability, the selected date and time frame to see what time slots are available, then you would click the available space, which would be, like I said, a white box like this with the time in it over here, and hit submit to go sign up. And once you have verified, your troop number will show you on there for that time slot that it's holding. Over here, it shows that 3 people are waiting to get a notification if any of these open up. And this is what it will look like over to the right when there is available time slots or not. When they're in gray like this means that there is no slots. If they're blue or green, I want to say they're green, that means there's a time slot open and available. The tab is called booth sites, or yeah, I want to say booth sites. If anything, we'll go through it again. Or it should just say booth sales. It might say that instead. All right, booth sales wait list. This is what I was mentioning over here, the notify me time slot. So if you see all of these are claimed, you're more than welcome to click on that button and add yourself to that wait list. Even though it says 3 people are waiting, it's a first come, first serve. When one of these open up, all 3 of these individuals will get an email at the same time, and whoever fills that spot first will receive it. The other 2 will stay on the wait list. All right, selecting the booth in eBuddy from this portion. So once you get into the booth sales tab, you're going to select the booth's council sales, and then you're going to do a drop down. Actually, they changed it. This is last year's. They changed it. So I'll be sure to show you, but you can do a couple different things. Like if you add your own, this is going to look the same. So where you can go ahead and put your business information in and contact stuff or information stuff so that we can go ahead and approve it for you so that it can be found in the cookie locator website. So let's see. All right, here are some resources that we use on our end, and we suggest or recommend that volunteers use as well. The Little Brownie Baker website is really great. There's also a help center tab right there on eBuddy, along with our GSSEM cookie program resource page. That's where you can find a lot of the paperwork or digital copies of things. And then if you really have any questions, definitely do not hesitate to email product sales. We're always here to help you. All right, so that's the end of that. I'm going to actually show you a walkthrough when I'm doing it online, or show you online. Let's see. Let me see if I can. All right. Can everybody see this? Make sure. Let's see, should be. Okay, so everybody can see the website. All right, so I'm on my troop, which is all fours. You're gonna go over the booth sale tab. And like I said, it did look different than what you've seen on the website. You'll see two buttons to choose from, or two options: sign up from a council booth and add or edit a troop booth. So when you go on the sign up for a cookie or council booth, those are ones that we put in and already have contacted the companies. So what you do is go ahead and click on it. These are the ones that get uploaded every night at 7 p.m. starting tomorrow, if there's any to upload. So I'll just click on a city, Auburn Hills, and you'll see Great Lakes Crossing here. See how they're all lit up in green? That means that they are available. I'll click on one. This is what it's going to look like. Choose a time slot. You would just click on that spot, see how it reserved it, saying I'm troop 4s, or you can do with both of them. We do ask that you share these spots with other people because they are limited spaces. And if you feel that you're not going to be able to go to one or another, we ask that you would release it. So if you ever click on one and you can't do it, all you have to do is go back in and uncheck it and then hit submit. If say those were filled right here, you would actually hit the email me slot open, like that purple button I showed you, and just hit submit. So will the PowerPoint be sent out? Initially, I wasn't going to, but I can go ahead and send you out the slides if anything. Okay, so someone doesn't see booth sale tabs. If you do not have any options in eBuddy and you cannot see anything right now, that most likely means that you're missing some forms to be able to gain access and see everything that I'm seeing on my end. Malls do open up tomorrow at 7 p.m., which is the 18th. Now back to the booth sales tab. I'm not going to save these edits because it's just an example. Now, say that you went through all of our council booths for the area that you looked at, like the Auburn Hills one, and you didn't see like Pet Supply Plus or something like that from Auburn Hills area in there. You can go ahead and contact them. And if they approve you to do a booth there, you can go ahead and hit add and edit. Click on the add button because you have nothing to edit in there right now. You would type in Pet Supply right there. I'm just choosing any address, doesn't matter. And then you would put it in. Contact information that also includes management and any phone numbers and those kinds of things. And it will stay as pending until staff has reached out to these individuals claiming that you had the ability to set up there or contacted and set up there, and then you would hit save. And that's how you do that. You can put yours in. When you put your own in, it doesn't go into everybody on eBuddy. It only helps your troop to be found in the cookie locator website. I'm not sure if you have ever seen that. Let's see. Let's see. It's no, let's see, cookie locator. Oh, it's not out yet, but the cookie locator, it's a cookie finder, same thing. They used to have the website, but they don't anymore. You would just go in there on the website, type in the address and, or sorry, not address, your zip code, and it'll allow you to buy cookies or see where cookies are at in the area. So that's how the booth sales sites work. Let's see. What forms are needed to start cookies or selling cookies would be the agreement to assume debt form and the ACH form. That is found on our GSSEM's website. Let's see if I can find it for you. And once you get there, you're going to go over and find the search bar. Let's see. Computer's running a little slow. It's not going to let me do it. Cookies. Go over to cookie seller resources, and down here you will find like important documents, but because those are financial things, you're going to go under accounts and financials and find the essential forms right here for you. So these forms are for per troop per year, which starts September of every year. So I usually recommend individuals to put a note in your calendar that reoccurs every September 1st, saying that you need to fill out the ACH and the agreement to assume debt form with GSSEM to be able to participate either in the fall or the cookie program. How long are the time slots for council booth? I want to say they're between 2 and 4 hour time slots. Let's take a look. So if I go on to council, just click on a different one. See, big boy, let's see. It also depends on what the owners say we can do. So right now, this one's 5 to 8. And it's only one time slot. So let me go back. I wonder if I can just do this. Let's see. Okay, let's see, where was I? In Township, and then see how it says 8 to 8 on that day. We would break it up for you. So you'd be there from 8 to 11:59 a.m. and then the next person's noon to 3:59 p.m. and then 4 till 8 p.m. So someone stated that it looks full already. Actually, nothing has even came out yet. So we have it filled to be taken. If that makes any sense. Oops, let me see. Close that. It's all lit up green, which means they're ready to go and have not been taken. If they're all grayed out, that means that whole time selection for that day is gone underneath that business. The sign up starts tomorrow. You get to do 1 mall booth tomorrow and then 2 store booths the second day. The third day, you will be able to go ahead and get whatever you'd like to get. Correct. They are not live currently, so you will not see the actual thing that I'm seeing here, or actual stuff. Okay, so how it works is day 1, you will be able to choose 1 mall booth. Sometimes people do not get mall booths, but that's okay. If you do get a mall booth on day 2, you're allowed to have that 1 mall booth and choose one store. If you did not get a mall booth on the first day, you get to choose two store shop or options. On the third day, you get to choose anything you like, and from there on out throughout the council. So you can have up to like 10 booths if you like from our selections all over the council. You don't have to stick with one area either. You can, like I said, you still have the option of doing your own, generally through mom and pop places. Okay, so if you're having issues seeing these on your end, we would have to take a look at your account to see what's going on and why you're not seeing anything. The initial order tab is locked. You would want to contact product sales to see what's going on. If anything, it's probably because you're missing papers. You can change your council sales throughout the season. So like if council booths throughout the season. So if I select this one and I hit submit, it shows that it's been updated. So, but if I go back into booth sales and I look and see that I have it sitting here, you're like, oh, I cannot get in there now. So then you're going to update your time. Just unclick it and hit submit. And then you're all set. So it releases it for another person to be able to go in there and have that opportunity. So you're going to want to just email product sales about submitting forms. It could take up to a day or even longer. It just depends on what you're missing and what you need to get. When can we submit for approval for our own booths? You can put it in there now. If you don't see that store in eBuddy, you can put it in there now. But if we are in the process of contacting that individual, we will eventually reject your booth selection that you thought you were gonna go to.
I had a quick question about that real quick. I thought we couldn't reserve our own booths until the 20th. We couldn't reach out to anybody until the 20th. Is that true?
That is correct, yes. But most of
Okay.
them that you see in there now is what we are gonna have. We do still add some here and there, but I mean, tomorrow is the day that we're going to be going live with them. So it's pretty spot on. There might, like I said, be a few, but yeah, we usually ask that everybody wait till after so that they can see what's available and what's not, and then reserve your spot. It also just saves you time too.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So someone mentioned there's a max of 10 per troop. No, that was just a number that I used. It's kind of like a preference because there are some troops out there that may have 5 girls and pick 50 booths, and it's really not logical. I'm just saying, like, it's kind of a nice number to work with at the beginning. If you have 24 girls, I mean, I could see you doing an easy 30-40 booths from us, but you can also choose your own too, and even at your own front doorstep too, at your home or anyone else's home. Okay, so all booths should show gray on your end. Mine is a council side, so I can see the different colors and those things. So other than that, you guys should see green tomorrow when it goes live at 7 p.m. I really recommend getting on when you are on the computer along with some of your other co-leaders to be able to get the ones that you want, because they do go fast. Remember, it is only mall booths tomorrow. You do not have to submit your own stores. It's just nice having them in eBuddy so that when someone goes on the Cookie Finder app, or sorry, the Cookie Finder link, they are able to find you at a certain store in certain time. There is ways of determining if there's an outdoor or indoor location. Let me show you that too. So not every location gave us detailed information. Let me see. If I can just click on one. Joann Fabrics, they might. Let me just click on that. I'll just click on a date. So usually when you're looking at it, sometimes there'll be notes underneath it saying there's no notes on this one, but usually there'll be notes underneath right here saying, oh, outdoor only, or in the vestibules, or wherever they want you to be. So, okay, how do I add boxes to initial orders for booths? There is a booth section. That would be for a different initial order, different walkthrough, but you can add it if you by scrolling down and just clicking on booths. So there is no special location for mall booths. They are going to be intertwined with all of the booth sale setup. You just have to know what city to go to and be prepared to click on it, get the one you want immediately. No, you do not have to select a booth in a certain area. You can go anywhere in the GSSEM location. Just make sure it's not Heart of Michigan or any other locations. You can seriously you can seriously live in Algonac and go all the way down to, you know, Farmington Hills or wherever you want to. Just know that, you know, you're holding up a space. If you can't make it, be sure to release it sooner rather than later so somebody else can attend it. Okay, so if you're having issues with digital cookie orders, you're going to want to email product sales. Any other questions regarding the booth sales? It's booth sale tab, not the booth site tab, but we'll get it there or get there one day. Goal getter cards are used after we put in the initial order. It's just another paper that you can hand to the girls and they can give them to you throughout the season when they need more papers. Yes, you can sell at any store you prefer to, or any store that you feel safe at. So if you select a booth, do you receive a follow-up information or where to go? There is an address on each one. So let me show you, like Auburn Hills. There is even a map there. Let's see. Click on that one. It tells you the address right there, 4000 Baldwin Road. Let's see, hit submit. Let me see if that has the information on it when I submit it. Yeah, right there, gives you the whole address.
Yeah, hi, this is my question. I'm sorry. I guess I just meant, so it's not to figure out where Great Lakes Crossing is, but where would you go in the mall? Is there somebody that you need to check in with? Is there already a table there set up, or do we bring our own table? Those types of things.
So when we do mall booths, we actually pay to have a kiosk there for the girls to set up at. You can actually ask security even when you walk in. I think Auburn Hills, they have it like going right through Bass Pro Shop, I want to say. Not quite sure, but I do know some of them are just straight storefronts and those kinds of things. So usually we have notes in here, so I'm kind of surprised that that one did not have a note either. Let me see if I can find another one with notes. It might even just tell us the notes tomorrow, like Kroger's. Usually they're telling, or they tell us outside. So let me see. No, this one's not telling us notes either. And it doesn't even say, nope, no notes for this location with the drop down. So yeah, you'll find notes in there too sometimes.
So if there aren't notes, what do we do?
You can contact product sales if you're
Yes,
unsure.
okay. Yeah, because Great Lakes Crossing is a pretty big
Yeah.
mall that have to wander around trying to figure out where you're gonna go. Okay,
Yeah, let me
thanks.
see if there was a drop down. Yeah, now that I noticed that too. Yeah, no notes. Okay. So yeah, sometimes we do have them in there though. I know it's indoors though. All right, let's see what's the next one. So like when you go to the regular places like Pet Supply Plus or any of the other stores, you have to bring your own booths, or sorry, your own tables, your chairs, and tablecloths. I don't know why I keep clicking on that, but it's so for instance, like Kroger or even Joann's, you're gonna want to bring your own fold-up table. Super Bowl cookies count towards initial order. I want to say no, it's been a minute. I think they go towards the end of sale because your initial order, yeah, because your initial order is placed before your cookie booth pickup, and those are not done until February, I want to say. No, you do not need to check in with the store when you arrive, but it is sometimes nice to just to let the manager know that you're there, and they might have a change of heart where they want you inside versus outside and those kinds of things. If digital cookie app is not working, you're gonna want to contact product sales. Okay. Let's see. These are going fast, so I'm trying to keep up with it. Okay. Okay, so yeah, some malls we send information to you via email, just reminding you where to go, site maps and those kinds of things. I know one of the places like Bass Pro Shop, it's not Bass Pro Shop, but it's like one of them, Cabela's, they have us make sure troops check in and those kinds of things, but it's a very rare circumstance. There is no banners provided for the Girl Scout booths at all. Most troops make their own, or you can have them printed on your own. It's completely up to you. The only banners that we have available are the ones at our kiosks that we purchased during the mall. First day of booths start tomorrow at 7 p.m. What do most typically do? Order booth cookies with initial order, or order cookies from the cookie cupboard? So it really depends. Some do add like 2 or 3 of their booths to their initial order to get started with the first few weeks of cookie season. Some prefer to wait because they don't want to be responsible for paying that money in mid-February, or should I say, and mid to end February. So you don't want to take out too many cookies in your initial order without knowing that you have to pay $2 a box back to the council. I couldn't tell you how many on average to order because it really depends on location, like Kroger's, and it depends if it's a nice day or a rainy day, those kinds of things too. Yep, we have council cloths at the retail store in Clinton Township. It might even be available for curbside too. Sign-ups start tomorrow at 7 p.m.
I'm sorry, I'm not coming across clear. I'm asking about like when do booths actually start? Like when is the first weekend of booths?
Oh, right after I want to say the 15th, February 15th.
Okay, so after our initial cookie pickup.
Correct, yes.
Okay, all right, perfect, thank you.
You're welcome. And another thing too is feel free to hop on to the Facebook group that we have, the product program support Facebook page, and see if anyone has done, Joann's right here on Telegraph Road, and say it's going to be 35 degrees and super sunny. What's your, forecast? And they can look at their last year's history and say, oh yeah, we sold 400 boxes or packages. And so then you kind of judge it from there what to order. Most people are really nice about it. So my thought is when ordering any kind of cookies at a cookie cupboard, you always want to order 3 times as much of Thin Mints, Tagalongs, and Samoas, because those are the 3 popular. Order 3 times as much of those versus 1 times as much as all the other. So, 3 cases of Thin Mints to 1 case of Lemon Ups, that kind of thing, if you're going to do like a standard booth in only a couple hours. Ooh, hold on a second. Let's see. If you have booths that first weekend, like on the 7th and the 18th, you will want to put your booth order in with your initial order. Yeah, you will want to, but if you're also doing what is it, the Super Bowl booths, keep in mind you might have cookies left over from that too that you have to get rid of. So that could go towards that 17th or the 18th. You should kind of just expect to be outside at booths, but sometimes you are indoors, so just dress for the weather. Okay, so you do not, it says, do we just get extra cookies at the initial pickup? No, you will never get extra cookies at initial pickup unless you added extra cookies into your booth spot on your initial order pickup. But no. Is paper order one-time entry? No, there's no deadline for that. It's up to the troop leaders when they want to make the deadline and when they don't want to receive any more papers for the troop. So yes, someone mentioned that they've sold more trifles than Samoas. You definitely want to look at your area too and see which sells the most. So like out in my area, it's Do-si-dos versus, the Thin Mints or the Tagalongs that sell the most. You will order from the cookie cupboard. That would be a different webinar. There is a cookie or transactions tab or cookie tab that you will place an order on eBuddy too. You do not pay right away at all for ordering cookies from the cookie cupboard. You pay later on. That's where we have the initial sweep and the final sweep. Initial sweep is in mid-February and the final one is in April. If you don't pick up cookies with the initial order, you'll get them from the cookie booth. When will the booths be loaded into eBuddy? Tomorrow at 7 p.m. You can actually see some right now, but they're all blocked out. So if we place an order of 8 boxes and it comes to 12 boxes in a case, then we automatically have to take the extra. Yes, to fill up the case, correct. It will automatically round up in eBuddy on your initial orders tab. And those could be used for your booth. Yes, you will be responsible for selling them. So definitely be careful with the specialty cookies. So if you have one girl that sold only 2, that means you're going to be stuck with 10 more s'mores. And you might want to make sure that you let your troop know that, specialty cookies for your troop will be turned off on a certain day and you will no longer take any more of them because, sometimes they are hard to get rid of. So you definitely want to be careful with that. Any other questions about selecting a booth or anything? Correct. You're automatically given those boxes of cookies.
I'm just gonna speak on it so it'll be a little bit more clear. So if we get a case of cookies, we automatically so what if we don't want to sell those? Say if we decide to stop doing sales, we're stuck with cookie boxes that we can't turn in. Is that correct?
Correct. That is correct. Usually though, cookie season is
Oh.
like 6 weeks long, so you have plenty of time to get rid of them.
Okay.
Okay, so for the big game cookies, they will not be a part of initial order because your initial order goes in on the 26th and you pick up on the 20, what is it? The 15th or something like that, February 15th, for the big game, and that's when they will put the order into the system. They don't put it in right away. You should be able to turn off orders for certain cookies. Oh, it won't show me right now, but if not, you can always just let your troop know that you're no longer taking them. Oh yeah, you can also trade cookies too, because there's a cookie exchange tab on here. So where other troops can pick up from you. So we really recommend for booths, at least 2 adults to the 1 child there, just in case if you have to use a restroom or anything. But it just depends too on the age of the child, if they're able to go on their own or not, or however long you're planning on staying. Yeah, small booth starts tomorrow at 7 p.m. Okay. If there is no other questions regarding cookie booth selections, I am going to end it here. If you have any other questions, definitely feel free to reach out to product sales. Tomorrow, I will go ahead and send you all this PowerPoint presentation, just where you have all the links and everything as well. And yeah, hope everyone have a great evening or the rest of your night. And looking forward to seeing you all in the future. Have a great one.